afternoon, and today I will be here to share my final project. I am Mingyan Cai. I'm from Yisu University, Department of Information Engineering. Okay, first, I will not to tell you about some hardcore thing like the algorithm or mathematics. This picture is one person to talk to other person, and this is the simple way for us to tell to otherwise something. Okay, and then if your environment have very much noise, you may use your mouth to touch others' ear and tell him or her something, like this whisper. And the next generation, we have the mail, not the email. Just this like this person. And some box we send to other with some message or gift. This is a simple way to write the word or some sentence to your friend or your parents. Okay. And the next generation, we have the phone. Use the phone, we can to call someone, dial some phone number to other ones. And you can tell him or her to doing something or to share what is today happened. Okay, this is the way we use today, very simple. But the next generation, we have the internet. And the internet will change our communication way to us. Like the mail with the internet, so we have Gmail, Hotmail, and other mail service on the internet. And the phone with internet, we have the Skype or other ones communication software. And the internet, we have some social software or website like Facebook, Line, and Twitter, and other ones. So, today we propose the new proposal like the IoT, Internet of Things. This is very, very big thing because you want to have everything to connect to internet, like your car and your phone and the plane and other ones. All things will connect to internet. Okay, if we have everything to connect to internet, and we must consider it a situation. This is a simple situation about the sender and the receiver to send message to each other. The sender will say, "How is your sister?" And the receiver will give him a response like, "Oh, she is fine," or "She just had a baby," like this. But if these two people, the environment will have some noise. Maybe the sender sent a message to the receiver, and receiver cannot to respond correctly. Like the sender asked her, "How is your sister?" And the receiver maybe listen the wrong word and give him a wrong response. Like "I'm fine, I went to kayaking today." That is not a good thing about the IoT. In the nature, we have so many noise, like the thunder, or out of the earth, we have the solar wind, and maybe your system will be error by the electronic system, or your hardware may some error with it. So, if your message cannot send to other correctly, your smart city or your smart car and your smart home, smartwatch maybe make a disaster with you, like this. The city will be very like the war after war, or maybe make your home in a fire disaster and a car accident, or a patient will in a dangerous environment. So, if we want to send message to other one and correctly and safety, we must consider very much things about it. Like this, if we want to send message from Earth to the Moon, and the environment is not very good, because in this environment we have so many polar wave on the Earth to the Moon. Okay. So error correction is very important thing about this. And my final project is about the error correction. Okay. The error correction is not a simple thing like this picture. This picture just use the eraser to correct the wrong word and to write the correct word. But actually, the error correction is not simple like this. In the information technology, the error correction like this, we will transmit a code maybe to mix with the 0 and 1, just the string or some alphabet like this. And this data will be 10011011 and sent to the other one. If our environment have some noise like thunder or polar wind, our message maybe will like this. Our first bit will be changed 1 to 0. Okay. So this is my final project. The final project like this, we have data and we have the Aes encryption function, and the important, we use the polar code encoder to before we transmission the data to other one. And when the receiver gets the message, it will use the polar code decoder, and after it, we have Aes decryption function, and we can get the data. So, if we have error when we transmission this data, the polar code decoder will correct it. Okay, that is very important thing. How it works to the data. This is the generations matrix, just like 1101. Okay, if we to extend it, we can get this function. And we have definition about the data, day 0, D1, D2 to D7. And the frozen bit definition, F0 to F7. And the frozen bit is must be 0. And the M, we define a matrix like this. It mixes with the frozen bit and data bit. Okay, like this. And the polar code matrix multiplication will give this G4 to multiply the M plum will get M, and G4 multiply the M will get M plum. We can get this function to encode and decode our data. And in our project, we inject a single bit error to the message and to test what type error will get what type frozen bits. We can get this table. And this table is very important and very funny because we can see the NE0 bit we'll get 1, and we can find we have a 1-bit error in our data. And NE1, NE2, NE4, and NE8 will to present other type error. Like if we have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we have the error on the N0 bit. Okay, so this table is the 1-bit error to corresponding to the frozen bit error, single bit error. Okay, this is about my final project to how to find the error when we transmit data with polar code and the decoder how to find the error. Okay, so if we have this method, we can to solve the error when we transmit by the noise in the environment very easily. Okay, that is my final project. Thank you for